Hi, my name is Anthony Barocas for StreamTech, and I'm here at the Smallrig booth with Danny.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And if somebody's starting out and they're looking for lights for their little home studio, their table setup, or whatever it is,
yeah,
you've got a lot of different lights here. Walk us through what we've got.
Okay, so here on this side, we have our entry-level model, our 30-watt bicolor light. And over here, we have our 60-watt version. Now, I would say that if you're just starting out, a 30-watt isn't really going to be enough to fill even the top half of the body, even in a small studio setup. I would use it more as a highlight, maybe a hair light, maybe lighting the wall in the back just to differentiate you from the background a little bit. But as a key light or a fill light, the necessary start, I would say, is a 60-watt over here. This is a fantastic light. It's very compact, very lightweight, portable, has a built-in battery, 45 minutes on full power, 60 minutes on eco mode, and it does have an included clip so you can put on a battery pack and charge it via USB-C as well. It also comes with a battery plate where you can use two Sony L series batteries. So lots of options here. 60 watts is a perfect amount of power if you're just sitting down at your home studio as a key light. If you want a little bit of more of a dramatic atmosphere going on, if you want to warm it up a little bit, get it a little more welcoming.
So yeah, this is a bicolor light.
That is a bicolor light.
So yes, you can dial it down or bring it up.
Yep, 2700 to 6500 Kelvin.
Okay.
Zero to 100% intensity, and that's important because a lot of people don't go all the way down to 0. They go to 1. Some people don't only go down to 10. We go all the way down to 0, so you can turn that light completely off.
And then you also have a whole lot of, so you've got a whole lot of light control as well.
Yep. So right here we have a 36-inch softbox. It does have the diffusion curtain inside, and we do have the honeycomb grid on it. For those of you that are unfamiliar, the honeycomb grid, that's going to be used when you want to focus the light a little more so it doesn't flood out as much.
Right, right. Now, if somebody has a larger space,
right, they
want to walk around or something like that,
right,
you've got some bigger lights that they could go to.
We do have some bigger lights. Again, you know, sitting down at your desk, the 60 will do the job, but at most, you're going to still get a pretty dramatic atmosphere going on. Again, if you want to be a little warmer, a little more welcoming, open up the light a little bit more, you are going to have to go bigger. So with our bigger lights, those start at 120. So we have our 120, 220, 350, and 450. Those are our bigger lights. But I think if you're just getting into it, what you're really going to be considering is the 120 and the 220. That being said, though, going from the 60 to one of these bigger lights, if you're already going to make the jump, I say skip the 120 and go straight for the 220.
Right.
So pricing just over 200 for the 120, just over 200, about 250. I can check the exact price here actually. Sorry, 329 for the 220, 220 for the 120. So about $100 difference. But what you're getting is twice the light, twice the power, twice the lux. Both of these have Wi-Fi app control at 328 feet. They're both available in daylight and bicolor. And of course, the same diffusion options are available for all the lights. Here on the 120, we have our new barn door setup, matte box. You can put a honeycomb grid in there, attach color filters. It's awesome. Here we have, I believe, 36-inch parabolic softbox. We have a honeycomb grid in that as well.
How big, is this the Bowens mount?
It is Bowens mount, yep, standard Bowens mount.
And how big of a diffuser would you say is appropriate for a light this size?
So I would say, people tend to get a little bit crazy in my opinion when it comes to diffusions. In my experience working at B&H sales, you know, they always want to go 36-inch or bigger. I would say even for a 350 sometimes 36-inch is overkill.
Really?
Yeah. Especially, you know, if you're going to be using it with other types of diffusion, if you're reflecting it, you know, if you're bouncing it, I think 36-inch in a lot of cases is overkill. You can definitely get away with a lot smaller on a 220, especially if you're just doing it like in studio, small room, small setup. Yeah, I think that'll definitely do the job.
And then me personally, I always prefer a bicolor.
Yeah.
Because it allows you the flexibility.
Absolutely.
You know, let's just say you've got a 220, or you know, you've got the daylights as your key lights.
Absolutely.
Having a bicolor like the 60 as a backlight allows you to warm up.
Yeah.
The hair light and everything, and I think that creates a nice
that's
color
a great point.
difference as well.
Also, a big thing about that, great to mention, is not only do you get that, but it saves you a ton of time being able to match the white balance as you're shooting, as opposed to having to color correct the white balance in post. You do that right with the light. You need to make it warmer or a little colder.
Right,
so
right.
absolutely.
So if you're doing something and you got a sunlight coming in, you can match the light. If you're indoors and you got something that's tungsten, you can match the light, and everything's at the same color temperature.
Yeah, and also that being said, you know, working inside, if you want to match the daylight intensity, you know, you'll get a lot better of a result working with a 220 than you would with the 120. So, you know, 1.5 times the price, but double the performance. I think it's definitely worth it, you know, if you're making the jump into the bigger lights, just to go into the 220.
All right, Danny. Well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem, Anthony. Nice to meet you.
My name is Anthony Barocas here at NAB 2024. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.